Prime Minister, it's very difficult to predict the future, especially in these uncertain times. But what does the future look like from your perspective? How hopeful are you that the Cook Islands will be able to make an economic recovery? And what keeps you up at night?
My baby keeps me up at night, but I don't mind that. But no, if you asked me this question 6-7 months ago, I would have agreed with you that there is, the only thing that's certain is the uncertainty. But now we've come through a year, we now have a clear idea of what sort of numbers in terms of the economy, in terms of economics, we need to see us through to another year. We can see that the opportunities to recover are there now, and tourism remains a key component of that for us. The numbers that we had for arrivals into our country pre-COVID, we will be able to recover sufficiently with a proportion of that, a smaller proportion of those numbers. So we see the commencement of tourism for us as the road to recovery. The recovery won't be easy. Many of our businesses have spent all of their hard-earned profits earned over the last 7 to 10 years. They will be on a road to recovering their losses for the next 2 to 3 to 5 years before they start earning money again to reinvest back into growing the economy. And this is where the government comes in. We're doing what New Zealand is doing in putting in place a stimulus package to encourage infrastructure investment right across our countries. We're working with the New Zealand government, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, to ensure that we have capital financing, that it's a rate that's affordable to us to enable this stimulus package to roll out. Side by side with that is to move to diversify our economy. If there's one economy that is an example of putting all your eggs in one basket, it's the Cook Islands tourism economy. So the importance of diversification for us is critical. And in this regard, we are looking at our mineral resources that lie in our oceans. We have embarked on a program to understand more about the value of our resources lying in our oceans, going back 10 years. So this is not a sudden thing that we're embarking on as part of diversification. This is a sector that we've been thinking about for a very long time. This year we expect to issue licenses to companies for exploration in our waters, to provide us with the knowledge and information on the diversity that exists at the ocean depths, the environmental impacts that may occur from activities in our ocean, the mapping of our sea floor, all of the information that we need to enable us to make an informed decision on whether we harvest these resources or not. But these are what provides our country with the opportunities to look forward with confidence and with optimism. Because I know that our tourism product is ready to get back into business. During the downtime of the year, all of our property owners have spent their time refurbishing and repainting and just doing up their properties ready for business. We've got business operators that operated in an environment that is very, very tough to conduct business in. Cost of labour in the Cook Islands is the highest across the Pacific. Cost of imports is very high. The cost of transportation is high. Cost of electricity is high. So all of these cost factors, despite that, our economy has been able to sustain significant growth over the last 5 years of 25%, which saw us graduate to high income status as a country on the 1st of January last year. And then 3 months later, we shut the borders, all of that income stopped. But we have a business sector that knows how to operate in tough times, and we will be going through some tough times, but I'm confident in the ability to be able to get through it. For us, it's really coming through that and seeing what's beyond. And in this case, the sector that I mentioned about our oceans is going to be important for us. You know, we're a country that is 99.99% ocean, 0.01% land, 15,000 people. Yet, prior to COVID, we generated a GDP of nearly $500 million. Pretty good performance from a country that has to look after this number of people, spread across 2 million square kilometres of ocean, isolated communities. We have to maintain 8 airstrips in our population. We have to maintain 10 ports, electricity generation, schools scattered amongst these communities, clinics. So it's not a easy business, but we know how to do business in our country, which leads me back to that discussion we had earlier about the importance of a country leading its own development, a country driving its own development, setting its own development agenda. Because if somebody else comes in and does it, they won't get it right. But we can get it right.
Yeah.